Hey, morning guys, Garth Napier here from Mutual Insure. Today, in support of Little Eden Society, I'll be spending the day in a wheelchair. So been an interesting start to the morning. So a couple of observations. Firstly, you need big arms. Getting around in a wheelchair is quite challenging, just from being able to maneuver, move yourself forward, back. I think as an able-bodied person, didn't quite appreciate how much arm strength you need to get a wheelchair going. From an Mutual Insure building access point of view, getting from my car into the front desk I think was reasonably comfortable. Getting through security worked well. Getting into the lifts was a bit of a challenge. I think something for us to think about is how high or how low the lift buttons are. So not all our lifts are wheelchair friendly. And then definitely getting into the actual different areas where you need an access card. We haven't thought through the width of the doors, so it was quite a tight squeeze getting through that, scanning your card, how do you open the door. So obviously some challenges as you try and maneuver. My last challenge is at my desk, so the wheelchair is a little higher than my normal chair, so can't sit normally at my desk. So something else for us to think about for our colleagues who do need wheelchairs. How do we make sure we have specially designed desks for them? It makes it easier for them to slide into their work, slide out. I think jumping out of the wheelchair into a chair will be quite a bit of a challenge, but so far so good. Looking forward to learning a little more about what it takes to get around the building, maybe going down for a cup of coffee later. Using the bathroom is going to be interesting, so I think that'll be quite a big learning. I guess last observation is personally it feels like people treat you differently when you're sitting in a chair versus standing, so maybe something for us all to be aware of, that you know, as able-bodied individuals, when you're standing next to someone with a wheelchair, let's try to be a little more aware of how we treat them and how we engage with them. But so far so good. I'll give you guys a bit of an update later in the day. Hey guys, that brings to a close my day in a wheelchair. A couple of learnings. I mean, it's really is very difficult getting around using your arms. So I'm hoping I'll have slightly bigger biceps after this. From a practical point of view, opening and closing doors is not always easy. I think we design doors to self-close, which for someone in a wheelchair is quite difficult when you're pushing the door and trying to get through. Our bathrooms, I used two different bathrooms on the second floor of our building. One of them was really not well designed. You couldn't really fit a wheelchair in there, turn it and close the door. The second one was well designed. There was enough space to get in, use the bathroom and get out. Overall, yeah, it's been a very interesting learning, going down to the canteen, things we don't think about. We've put turnstiles in to get into the canteen, not considering what it means for someone in a wheelchair, and as a result I had to add probably 3-4 minutes to get into the canteen. I had to go all the way around and use one of the glass access turnstiles. So I think it's maybe sometimes just wearing that hat and saying, what is the implication of changing something or putting a design feature in? What does it mean for people who are in wheelchairs or maybe using crutches or other aids to help them walking? So I think that's a learning there. But overall, guys, thanks for the opportunity. This really has been an enlightening experience for me personally. I've had to allow a little more time between meetings. It does take a little longer to get around, and but I think overall a very enlightening experience, and hope this helps in some way, shape or form. We'll definitely rethink some things from an Mutual point of view on how we design our buildings and changes we can make to make it easier for people in wheelchairs or who need assistance in getting around. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching.